Ladies and gentlemen, we are the Rum and Regret Podcast. I am Andy Drake.
Johanna Myers.
Nate Tessie, and we drink and we know things.
It is Tuesday, November 16th, and we are doing the Thankful Cast. And it's just a general whatever discussion about upcoming stuff and whatever stuff that we're excited for, stuff that we're glad that sort of came down the pipe this year, and but just a general appreciation cast if you want to go for it. Nobody really prepped for it, so we're just sort of flying off the cuff. So sit back, enjoy, and to our new 1,100 followers on Twitter, welcome. Thank you so much for following us on Twitter. And let's just roll into it. Joe, do you have a horror corner this week for your segment?
Not really, just more of a thankful of all the great horror that we've gotten this year.
Okay. All right. Cool. I have a couple streaming service selections of the week. First, I don't know if you guys have watched this yet, but this is on Hulu. It's a series based off of a novel called Y: The Last Man. Have you guys heard about this?
I've heard of it. Oh man, where did I hear that?
Okay, it is the season 1 finished. It is I'm not going to spoil anything by telling you this, but it is in the first episode all of the men die.
Right.
At the end of the first episode, and there's one guy left. And it's just really good. Like it is solid like apocalypse TV. So if you want, and it also features starting halfway through a vicious, evil Missy Pyle, which is always fantastic. And so check it out, give it a watch if you guys have the time. It's really good. It could even warrant a review if you guys find it so. Also, and this is gonna sort of jump into my thankful spot, but we have started Star Trek Prodigy, which is the new animated Star Trek show on Paramount Plus, and it is a good sort of intro to Star Trek for people who haven't necessarily kept up or watched Star Trek. Xander is all about it, which is great. Yeah. So he asks me every day when the new episode comes out. It's funny. The main character, the sort of would-be captain of the ship, is like the least likable character on the show at the moment. All of the rest of the characters are fantastic, and it features the great John Noble as the baddie, the voice of the bad guy. So it is just fantastic so far, and it's really good, and I love where they're going with it. Also, Kate Mulgrew is Catherine Janeway again. She is the sort of the hologram that's training all of these guys, nice. Which is just cool. It's just cool to see young animated Janeway sort of teaching this new group of quote unquote cadets. So it's really good. So yeah, if you're looking to intro people into Star Trek, especially kids, this is a great sort of first step Star Trek if you have Paramount Plus, that is. So anyway, Nate, I know you got a Marvel minute, so
oh man, the Marvel minute is long and girthy this week.
It's gonna be the Marvel few minutes.
Yeah, it's a turgid few minutes.
Yeah,
so I do have a streaming selection if everybody.
Please
sorry, go ahead, Andy. Finish up.
No, please. I have completed. I have others, but I'm going to sort of slowly but surely release them over the next month. You're going to
drip feed us. That's
yes.
Salt bay them throughout the podcast.
Yeah. Something that I kind of pleaded with you guys to watch. I'm not sure how far y'all got into it, but the show Arcane on Netflix. It's based on the League of Legends game, but I've never played it. I think, as far as I know, the only commonality is like the name of the world and some of the characters.
Okay.
But this is a kind of whole cloth animated world, steampunky. I don't know what the best parallel to draw with what other kind of the animation style is, but holy hell, it grabs you from like the first 30 seconds, and I I can't get enough of it. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
I don't know if you guys have any thoughts.
Well, I might need to watch it again. Didn't grab me as much as it grabbed you. And I don't know if it's just I don't know, because I say that I'm not that big into anime, but I have ingested a lot of animated stuff over this last year that I love. So I don't know that it was just my unfamiliarity with the world, because that's a lot of the part of my anime appreciation is sort of backstory that I have for it. Come to think of it, a lot of the animation that I've watched, I do have some sort of foot in the door already. And I think that that's where my sort of hesitancy comes in with Arcane. I'm not ready to say, oh man, this is so cool yet. But what I've watched is sort of okay. But again, I might need to give it another go.
Ouch.
Well, I'm kind of halfway in between, so it took me a couple tries to get into it for the same reason Andy is like, I'm not like familiar with the world or story, and we didn't, wasn't like, oh my God, I have to watch this. But after I did, like the animation totally drew me in. And the world, the topside world just totally tickled my BioShock, the Columbia BioShock Infinite.
Oh, sure.
It totally reminds me of that world. So I was like, okay, I'm in.
Nice.
You got me. So I'm only 2 episodes in, so I've got a ways to go.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'm excited about it.
The first act is really great at kind of setting up the world and what the expectations are, but the second act blows the top off everything. It's I don't want to spoil anything. It's amazing. You'll enjoy it a lot. And the third act comes out on Friday. So 9 episodes total, and I'm pretty sure I've heard rumors about another season already in development, or at least on deck. So I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, so the middle 3 came out this week?
Came out last Friday.
Oh, last Friday. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then the last 3 come out this Friday. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah, good stuff. So that's my streaming selection.
Nice.
Of the week.
Nice. Let's jump into it, Nate. I'm ready. I'm ready for you.
Oh, remember, I was going to follow you guys for form. Oh, wait.
No, Marvel Minute, dude. Marvel Minute.
Marvel Minute. You get the extended intro for the extended Marvel.
Right.
Marvel.
Oh,
Marvel. Minute.
Fun note.
Minute.
Yeah. I was Throg for Halloween, by the way. I had frog eyes and a very tiny Mjolnir. So yeah,
and Mjolnir, that counts.
It's if you can wield it or not.
Yes,
right. It's are you worthy to wield it?
Yes. So apparently I was.
There, giggity. So yeah, it's been a minute since we podcasted last, so a lot of Marvel stuff happening.
It has.
Kind of going back towards the beginning of the month, I guess not really the beginning, but Marvel is now streaming their movies in IMAX format on Disney Plus, which is amazing.
Right.
I think it's only 10 of them at this point. But it really makes a difference. That was one of the things that really bummed me out when I bought Infinity War and Endgame in Ultra HD, whatever, buy the most expensive hard copy you can. It didn't have the IMAX shots, and most of that movie, especially the cinematics at the end and the battle scenes, are all full frame IMAX shots.
Right.
Which isn't a big deal, and obviously it's first world problems, but it's nice that they're actually giving us that stuff, since that's how it was shot. So they actually had to form an agreement with IMAX to be able to do that, which seems weird.
Really?
But yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, really strange. So that led into what, last week? Well, then let's see. The Eternals was released that Friday, but then I was hit with crazy vertigo for the last 2 weeks, so I didn't get to see that. Thankfully, I was able to go on Sunday and saw that in IMAX with Addie, but that'll be at the end here. I'll talk about that.
Okay.
On November 12th, which apparently is Disney Plus Day now,
Now it is.
Yeah, it's the 1 year anniversary, I think, right, of Disney Plus.
Right.
They went like finished all over the world with just this explosion of Marvel content. Apparently, that's coming down the pike. And this isn't even including any movies that are kind of in the queue. And there's 5 in the next 6 months, I think, that are coming up. Unless they moved back some of the 2022 stuff, but 4 or 5 movies in the next 6 months. But then we're also going to get a bunch of Disney Plus series. So Marvel Secret Invasion, which is a comic run where the Skrulls are basically plants all over the world and have been Skrulls this entire time as double agents, and you don't know who is actually a person and who isn't.
Okay.
So they've kind of infiltrated the government. That's Sam Jackson's coming back with a full beard and no eye patch for that. So
that's right. Yeah.
What happens?
No, that was a great photo. Yeah.
Yeah. They're doing a Marvel Zombies show. I think that's animated. So based off of the What If, they're doing an Agatha Harkness
can't wait for
show.
that.
Yeah, I think that'll be really good. So I know I quote Stoobs a lot on here, one of the TikTokers that I follow, but she's great and has a lot of really great things to say. She's worried about the Marvel Zombies thing because we're already kind of tipping at zombie fatigue, and we're definitely tipping at Marvel fatigue for a lot of people. So putting those together might be like the perfect storm for everyone to just go, fuck it. I want something new, but it's not going to happen. Anyway, yeah, I'm really excited for that. It'll be cool to see if they make it really hardcore like the comic book run is. So Agatha Harkness from WandaVision is getting her own show.
I can't wait for that.
That's going to be amazing. I can't wait. And as far as I know, it's supposed to be like origin story. So back to Salem, witch trial
that's cool.
era, to the birth of Agatha Harkness. Ironheart, which I think is going to be animated, but I'm not 100% on that. Is basically the next Iron Man, genius inventor lady, and she becomes Ironheart.
Okay.
Like a teenager, I think, age. I Am Groot animated series. So I'm assuming that's going to be kind of Groot as a baby originally or something. I have no idea if it's going to be kind of geared towards littler kids or not.
I saw a great meme on that one where it's like somebody leaked the script and it's like, I am Groot, I am Groot.
Right, the whole thing. Exterior, night, I am Groot. Right.
Exactly.
They also announced Spider-Man Freshman Year, which is an animated series. It's supposed to be a fresh take on Spider-Man, but that's all we've ever seen is kind of the origin story of Spider-Man. So I don't know how they're going to make that fresh and new, but animated Spider-Man, I'm here for that, especially with the tech they have now. So that'll be cool. They announced the second season of What If, which is coming out, I think is next year. They announced Moon Knight with
and we got to see some footage
with Oscar Isaac, and we got to see a quick, a quick peek under the towel real quick as he's beating up somebody in the hallway and dealing with his personality disorder. I mean, it looks like he's acting the shit out of it just from that clip. So, we'll see. Oscar Isaac's gonna kill that. Obviously, we're getting Hawkeye coming out in next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. Early December, I think.
End of November, I thought. Yeah.
Oh, you're right. End of November, you're right. She-Hulk show, live action She-Hulk. So
we got a little teaser on that as well.
Yeah, we did with Smart Banner, Smart Hulk.
Yeah.
And then also just normal Banner. So we'll see how that goes. Ms. Marvel, which is going to be Kamala Khan, but I think they're changing her powers in the show. I heard that because her powers are like stretchy and embiggening her hands to smash things. So, which is a lot like Mr. Fantastic. So I think Feige is changing her power set to be more like Captain Marvel. So we'll see, because she's in a Captain Marvel outfit in the trailer.
But it looks like she's just having like total like cosplay and stuff. Like that's what that's what that looked like.
It is, but then the next scene, there's like a shadow of something floating down in a skyscraper, and it looks like her in that outfit with a glowing everywhere. So I'm not sure if that's her or if that's Carol Danvers or what. But
that's gonna kind of suck if they retcon her like that.
Yeah, I agree. I think it'll be interesting because she's supposed to be one of the first Inhumans, I think, on Earth as far as the origin story goes. But what's really cool is that she's oh shit, I lost it. What's really cool is cliffhanger. We'll come back to that.
Find out on the next podcast.
Yeah, right. The other one that's coming out, they announced is Echo, which apparently is a connection to Kingpin and Daredevil, and is going to be one of the antagonists in the Hawkeye series. So I think Echo might be like the pin that brings Charlie back into Marvel, maybe. There's been a couple leaks lately too that are kind of indicating that they're looking to reboot or revive the Marvel Daredevil series. So
yeah,
I'm really hoping they're kind of doing that for all of them in the background, with the exception of Iron Fist. I started watching Jessica Jones, which I'm really getting into now. I'm not sure how I didn't like it before.
It is such a great show.
It's really good. I'm only a couple episodes in, but it's really good.
Oh man, and, Tenet goes super creepy towards the end.
Yeah, well, I've just come across him, I think, where I'm at, and he's pretty nasty. Let's see. So that was basically the most of what happened on that day. Let's see. Baymax has nothing to do with Marvel. Willow has nothing to do with Marvel. Predator has nothing to do with Marvel, but that'd be a cool crossover. Let's see. What else did I have? And then, well, we'll just wrap it up. And then today, Spider-Man No Way Home final trailer dropped and basically gave away the store, showed everything in like 3 minutes of new content. I don't know if you guys had a chance to watch it.
I didn't get a chance.
Now I'm kind of thankful I didn't.
But it looks fucking amazing. Like,
okay.
I mean, you guys know what's happening in this, right? You've seen the trailers so far?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
All Spider-Man.
So they show the Green Goblin in his full green outfit with the alien head and everything from Willem Dafoe.
Mm-hmm.
They show Doc Ock in a couple different versions of him. They show Jamie Foxx as Electro, but like comic book accurate Electro with the yellow head and shit. But it's the electricity that's arcing that's making that shape, not like a stupid outfit. They show Sandman. They show Reptile. Or is it Reptile? No.
Lizard
Man. Yeah, the Lizard. Sorry. Reptile.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat. They show Spider-Man's new like black mystic Spider-Man suit that he wears in part of it. They also, from the still, it looks like the Hobgoblin, not just the Green Goblin, as somebody other than Willem Dafoe. So we'll see if that kind of plays out. And then they totally kind of stole the scene from Spider-Man 2 when what's the other girl? Gwen Stacy. When Gwen Stacy dies from the fall, they totally bite that whole thing in this trailer with Zendaya. Fall.
Wow.
So they don't show anything, like they show the fall and him reaching for her kind of thing. They don't show anything after that, but that could be a little dramatic. So we'll see. It looks really good. Cumberbatch has got a bunch of new lines and stuff in it. So Joe, I'm sure you'll love to watch that. They have him on camera now saying, "Well, just go Scooby-Doo it then." Meaning like figure out who the bad guy is or something, or unravel the mystery to the kids.
Great.
I love him.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I just like the fact that they have that on film now. So like this great actor. Yeah. Dressed up as a wizard. Go Scooby-Doo that.
Yeah.
What else? Marvel related. Oh, the Marvel video game is getting Spider-Man at the end of the month. If anybody ever wants to log back into that game. I probably will, just to play the content that drops. PlayStation exclusive. Another great error on their part with that game that could have been really good. What else? I think that's all I've got. I'm sure I'm missing something, but
you were going to tell us about Eternals?
Oh, right. Eternals. So I missed it for the first couple weeks. Thankfully, there was a gap in major releases, so it was still in IMAX locally here. So we went and saw it, and it was a movie. It was kind of not really a mind blower or brain bender. It was different than your normal Marvel movie, although it followed the same kind of pattern where it's like Act 1, Act 2, big battle at the end, which a lot of movies that are actiony. But was really cool. It actually went into the origins of the whole universe as opposed to like Infinity Stones on. It went way back before the Infinity Stones were created and all that.
Oh wow!
You get to see there are full on Celestials in it. They're gigantic and terrifying. The power sets are really cool. Icarus is definitely Superman without the cape and the freezy breath, but everything else pretty much. He loves his eye beams. They're all over the place. They didn't use it all in the trailers, like we said.
Oh
he uses
wow!
it quite a bit. But all of the actors are great. Kumail Nanjiani almost stole that movie, I think. Just, you know, he's as affable and funny as he is in everything else he does, but then he's also like plays this Bollywood star in present day. So he's doing action movies and that kind of thing. Like, how do they not know that you're the same person over thousands of years? He goes, that was my great-great-grandfather. That was my great-grandfather. That was my grandfather. And it's just pictures of him across the decades, like, of film.
Oh, that's funny.
Man. I saw the pictures on Twitter that you posted. They were fantastic.
Yeah, they were great. His power set involves him shooting things out of his hands, like fireball, Kamehameha type energy things, but he also has finger guns. So like he'll charge up his hands with little balls of power, and then and he had an interview where he goes, "Wait, finger guns? That's what my power is? I gotta imagine finger guns?" They're like, "Yeah." You do get a couple fireball moments, which are kind of cool. He's like, "Yeah, okay, right, that's fine."
That's funny.
But yeah, he got absolutely shredded for the movie. Obviously, that's been everywhere for the last year.
Yeah.
It was good. Really enjoyed it. Addie liked it a lot. It's definitely not your normal Marvel movie. I didn't know really anything about the Eternals and what their deal was. But it's cool. So the post-credit scenes are also really cool. I'm trying to think what the mid-credit scene was now that I think about it. The post-credit scene, if you guys care, are you going to go see it? You probably have heard this already. I got this spoiled for me.
Yeah, we're gonna wait until it hits the Disney Plus.
Okay, so then you'll definitely get it spoiled before then. It's not anything real visual. It's just a audio drop of Mahershala Ali as Blade. Just one sentence basically in the background. You don't see him on screen at all. I'll let you figure out. We'll let you watch the scene, and it makes a lot more sense there. But it's awesome. You're like, wait, that's Mahershala Ali's voice. Okay, yeah, we're getting close. Let's do this. And apparently Wesley Snipes has been super gracious on social media and everything with Mahershala playing Blade. So we'll see what happens. I still hope that he has a cameo or something.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not sure how they do that.
He was great in the Coming to America sequel. He was fantastic in that.
He was really good in that.
Wesley Snipes.
I really wish I want to watch Blade again. I wish I could watch the first Blade again, never having seen it, because I love that movie.
Oh, yeah.
Much.
That's one of my favorite vampire movies.
It's so excellent. I love it so much. There's a lot of cheesy moments in it, but goddamn, I love it.
Stephen Dorff is fantastic in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and speaking of Daniel
Donna Long.
Daniel Lagu-
Yeah, Donna Long. He's getting his arm cut off.
Dude, he has the best cameo in What We Do in the Shadows.
Oh, no way. Oh, man, I'm so far behind in that show. God damn.
Oh, my God. Okay, watch the last season, or this last season. I think it just finished, too. But he's in, like, the last 2 episodes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Brilliant. It's brilliant.
Can't wait.
What do you think of the Morbius trailer? Speaking of vampires.
Oh, yeah, sorry. So that was one I did miss. I loved it. Kind of, I've seen Jared Leto in a lot of like mopey, angsty drama roles, so I'm a little tapped out on that. But God, if they can fucking do Morbius right, it looks really good. Like the Morbius looks amazing, the actual animation and the CG and everything. I hope I hope the movie's as good as the animation could allow it to be. Let's just throw it out there. I like that he referenced Venom in the trailer. I like that Spider-Man's on the wall in the background. So we know it's, Universe Prime or whatever. So
yeah.
We'll see. What do you think?
Yeah. No, I liked it. I thought it was good. It was, but no, I'm concerned for the same reasons. Now this is one of those weird sort of licensing things where this is a Sony movie, right? Using the Marvel character, so it's basically the Sony Marvel verse, which is the Venom and all that stuff. So it's I just hope it's done well. Again, the trailer was done very well, so I'm excited. And yeah, Leto he's great or he's awful. So hopefully he's great.
Yeah.
I don't know that he's ever sort of like you came away from a movie like with just like, oh, it was Leto, but like either you love him or you hate him in the movie. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we watched Shang-Chi over the weekend. And it's so funny. So it starts off and there's voiceover. It's non-English voiceover, and for some reason Disney Plus it wasn't subtitled right off the bat. So so sometimes movies do that to add some weird sort of I don't know, some like weight or gravitas to the scene where you have sort of dialogue that isn't subtitled but in another language, right? That's what we thought was going on. Right. That's what we thought was going on. Except 5 minutes in, like the language still hadn't changed. Jamie thought I started the wrong version of the movie. So we had to go in, activate the closed captioning. Sure enough, everything showed up and was good after that. And she's like,
"Did you start it over?
We started this.
You got this?
No, we absolutely did. No, because if we hadn't, we would have missed all of the explanation, like all of the like it was. So
the background before you it
was just
Cobra base in the mountain,
right? Yeah, so it was just sort of we laughed about it. It was ridiculous, but sure enough, it was just funny that it took us a while to figure out that we were watching the right version.
Nice, good job.
But that being said. No, man, what you said about it when you watched it originally is dead on, man. It is easily one of my top 5 favorite Marvel movies that had been out there. It was really interesting. There wasn't really a dull moment in the movie at all. Again, when I saw the trailer, I was initially worried about this connecting to the overall sort of fabric of the universe that Marvel sort of created, and even though the only real connection was the Mandarin, right? The initial Mandarin, Ben Kingsley, and that was it was just enough to sort of tie everything together where it could still be its own story, and that the end sequence was just incredible. Like it did. There was one point where it did feel a little Black Panther-y to me in a way, but that snapped in my head for like a second, and then I was back into the movie, and it was great.
I mean, I think as intended, right? It's
right.
It had that same kind of cultural value for Asian Americans as Black Panther did for.
Not in that regard. I'm talking the mystical land only available.
Oh, right. Yeah, for sure.
That was that.
Yeah.
No, yeah, right. No, I'm not trying to be all like, hey, they have their movie now. No, I like that was the whole, yeah. So, but again, really, really good movie. Joe, I think you would totally dig it if you saw it.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. Yeah,
I was surprised.
Kung Fu movies, the action's done really well.
Yeah.
I
was interested to hear your take on Eternals because I kind of heard it being a little panned a bit on the interwebs.
So the only reason it was panned on the internet is because of the diversity of the cast. Most reviewers are predominantly white males. It's like 78% or some ridiculous number, and a bunch of people did some kind of breakdowns of these reviews, and a lot of them are like 1-sentence reviews with really low ratings to kind of try and pan the movie. It's not a bad Marvel movie by any stretch. It's not amazing, blow your mind off my favorite Marvel movie, but it's good. And the cast is great. They actually have like the first deaf actor there. They have the first, what is it? Like openly gay Marvel character or whatever. There's a bunch of stuff. First, Kumail Nanjiani is the first Indian American or Indian character in Marvel. So there's a lot of diversity, more diversity than any other Marvel movie, and a lot of firsts that aren't like, lily white Marvel stuff.
Yeah, I can see how
all
white
the
America
regions.
is just like neckbeardy, angry.
Yeah, exactly. All
Stop
the
putting
raging
diversity into our movies.
right.
All right. Yeah.
So that's the kind of the not rumors, but that's what I've heard.
Gotcha.
On the interwebs as far as why that score is so low, because it's definitely not, and it's definitely killing it at the box office. So
yeah, I do need to give it to Marvel for doing Disney Plus Day right, because they definitely teased and gave us enough to sort of go on. Star Wars did not. They sort of blew Disney Plus Day. Like, I expected way more Kenobi footage. Like, I expected just way more from all of their properties, and it just seemed like nothing. Like, just to get...
Did they release anything at all?
Book of Boba Fett.
No.
Trailer, but that was before the day,
Right. Yeah. It was a lot of teasing, a lot of talking about what's coming up, and not a lot of showing, from what I know, that they've wrapped Kenobi. Like, they couldn't have finished a trailer for Disney Plus Day,
Well, a lot of the projects I heard were delayed too. The people are bumping heads with Kathleen Kennedy again, and like Rogue Squadron, Patty Jenkins movie has been delayed. Something else.
I heard through the grapevine that Patty's like this close to walking away from it.
Well, she should be thrown out on her ass. Get rid of her. Jesus, she's responsible for the decline of Star Wars.
You're talking about Kathleen. You're talking about Kathleen Kennedy.
Kennedy, yeah, she tried to.
Yeah, I said Patty Jenkins is ready to walk from the movie.
Oh, Patty is. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Because of Kathleen. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, she's super frustrated, and from what I think, she might be gone at this point, actually. And that's why the delay, and that's why we haven't heard anything about it. So.
Patty and Favreau just need to throw her out on her ass.
Yeah. It'd be nice. She's really deep in that company, though. She's been there forever. She probably has some kind of crazy contract. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Some skeletons in her pocket.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, she came over from the sale. Didn't she? She was part of Lucasfilm prior to Disney owning it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No, she's been with Star Wars since Jump, I think, almost.
Right.
Empire, maybe?
So.
I forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disney, they did release a really fun 20-minute sort of Boba Fett backstory on the sort of cultural phenomenon of Boba Fett, which was cool. And I had no idea that before he had even appeared in Empire Strikes Back, he was part of a parade in Marin or something.
Yeah, he was on the holiday special before he was in the movies too. But yeah,
that's
he was
right.
in the parade with the actual screen used Vader costume walking down. That was great.
Right,
such a great documentary.
Oh yeah, and that was really cool. So let's move into stuff that we're thankful for, and since I sort of came up with this, I will start to give you guys just sort of an idea of where I'm going with this. So, first and foremost, I want to say that I know it seems like a lot right now, but I'm actually thankful for all of these sort of competing streaming services. And I'm going to explain my answer here really quick.
Explain it to my wallet.
Right. No, absolutely. And and I'm justifying it every month to my wallet as well. So, for example, we pay for quite a bunch of these streaming services. And one that was easy for me to justify because we were getting new Star Trek with it was Paramount Plus. And right now, there are Starting Thursday, there are going to be Lower Decks just finished. So two series on right now. We have 3 more in development. Discovery comes back on Friday here, but because of these competing streaming services, we're getting all of this sort of great content. Like, I'm sure if Disney Plus didn't exist, we wouldn't be getting The Mandalorian. We wouldn't be getting the Book of Boba Fett. We wouldn't be getting all of this fun Star Wars stuff. We wouldn't be getting, we would probably have gotten a much worse version of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Probably would have gotten a dumbed down version of Loki. We definitely would have seen Baron Zemo dance.
Oh, he was in the trailer, by the way, for the Disney
I saw that. No,
Marvel. What did they call it? The Marvel thing? It was some kind of Marvel extended thing on, and they had him at the end. He was doing it. It's like, yeah, Andy brought it up.
That prompted that tweet that I put out. That was the big misfire from Marvel on Disney Plus Day, was not announcing Baron Zemo's sexy New Year's dance party.
Oh my God, he could take over for who was it? Dick Clark rocking New Year's Eve.
Oh my God.
Totally.
Character as Baron Zemo.
Oh my God, I would totally watch that.
Okay, I'm gonna loop that shit like a Yule log on New Year's on my TV. Just Baron Zemo all New Year's Eve.
All New Year's Eve. That's so great.
I saw somebody somebody remixed 50 Cent in the Club to him dancing, and it was the best thing.
Great.
I can picture it fits.
Oh my God, it was so good. They had to speed it up a little bit, I think, but God damn, it was hilarious.
Yeah. But yeah, now that everybody's sort of searching for content, we're actually getting to see a lot of these deeper cut, sort of things that we probably never ever would have gotten if, movies and traditional network sort of television was still going.
Yep.
So it's just a very fun time that we sort of live in now, is that we are getting a lot of this, and it's almost to the point where it's too much. Like we gotta, like right now, because of HBO Max, like we're behind on Titans. We got to catch up on Doom Patrol,
me too.
and
There's
all that
too
stuff.
much.
It's beyond too much. Yeah, it's not almost. It's way past that.
Yeah. And so, but just the fact that when you do finish a show, you have something else to watch, and you're not waiting for anything, and something is there, which is really, really cool.
Yep.
That being said, you do get to see some really, really great stuff. There's also some kind of crappy stuff that shows up out there. One of those, and I tried to get into it. I finished season 2, but just like the Katie Sackhoff sci-fi on Netflix, Another Life.
I saw
it's
that.
hard, man. It's just,
is it really?
Yeah, I think it's just trying too hard. It was really trying too hard. That being said, I am stoked that Lost in Space is coming back, because that show is really
amazing.
Good.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So anyway, that's what I'm thankful for. The sort of the streaming service wars, just sort of throwing all this content out. If it's there, I need it, and I can watch it, and you can find some really, really great stuff. I don't know if that helped you guys find something that you're thankful for, but
tagging on to that, like the streaming service thing, like my problem with cable is like, can I just pay for the channels I want and get the content that I want and not pay for all the other bullshit?
Right.
And so we're kind of getting to that point of, I'm a little bitter because I still have to pay for cable for my pop-in-law. But, if that weren't the case, like, this is basically, you just pay for the channels you want.
Yeah. 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 Nate, do you have any?
Can I tack on to the streaming thing?
Please.
So yeah, 100%, especially being unemployed still for almost 2 years now at this point. Streaming services.
Hashtag get tired.
Yeah, right. I cut the cord, I think, right before that happened. It's been forever now. So yeah, I've been knee deep in all the streaming stuff. I'm kind of surprised I haven't watched it all. That's how I know there's too much, because
Yeah, right.
Aaron opportunity and basically half of my time to myself. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's been watched.
Yeah.
I had so the competition thing is number one, like you were talking about, 100%. I totally agree with that. The kind of sleeper for me was Apple TV. Everyone was raving about
sure.
Ted Lasso and what a great show it was. And that first season of Ted Lasso is fucking brilliant TV. It's just, it has so much heart and it's hilarious. And they won a ton of awards that they completely deserved.
Yeah.
It was Emmy Awards, right? And just amazing stuff. And there's Jon Stewart came back now. He's got a show on there.
Okay.
Which is really good. There's a lot of really good programming there. I haven't even scratched the surface of it, but I think I talked about this other one before, For All Mankind, where basically Russia beats us in the space race, and then it shows what happens in this kind of alternate timeline of us competing in the space race, escalating and never stopping kind of through the time.
Yeah.
And it's in 4K and just visually gorgeous, but also really well written and very compelling. I'm trying to think what else I watched on there. I don't think.
What was the show on Amazon that was basically the World War II alternate, like The Man in the High Castle?
Yeah, Man in the High Castle. That's exactly what it was. That's
okay, all right, yeah,
amazing. Yeah,
yeah. Sorry, that just made me think of that.
If Germany won.
No. Yeah,
right.
No worries.
Yeah.
That show got way before its time. I think is it still?
Oh
going?
yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think I saw the last season of that. I have to go back. So another thing, I should just be taking notes throughout this podcast.
Or listen to
Disney
it.
Plus
Anywhere you can get.
Yeah, right. Exactly. But yeah, Disney Plus has been a huge one. Addie's a huge fan of all the classic Disney movies, and then all of the other stuff that they've acquired as far as Marvel and Fox and all that. It's just been great. We've been able to take it everywhere we go if we need to. We can just download something to a tablet or whatever, and we always have kind of entertainment on demand with that service, which is great.
Yeah.
I stopped buying movies, which I had I mean, that's not true. I still buy digital movies.
Right.
I stopped buying DVDs. I had no more room in my DVD case or whatever anyway. But I had, it was a religious thing. Religious thing. That's the wrong word. It was a ritual thing. Every time a new Marvel movie would come out, when it came out on DVD, you'd get the 4K DVD, put it up there in the line or whatever.
Yeah. Kids, this is back when you got movies on DVDs. Little discs that you put into a player.
Yeah, exactly. I would get them on the 4K DVD because it's always better quality than even streaming it in 4K. But that's anyway.
Right.
Actually, it's better.
Yeah. Anyway, so it actually helped me stop buying all this physical media that I don't need.
Right.
But then I started up with the Vudu movie library addiction, where now every week they have like these $4.99 sales for whatever movie, and it's like, oh, cool. Teen Wolf? Sure. $4.99? Okay, let's go.
Send it.
I don't do Starbucks. I figure that that's a Starbucks drink, right? So
right. Yeah.
We'll do that.
Starbucks and bar tab goes to Vudu now.
I know, right? So I have I think I have almost 300 movies on that Vudu
I'm gonna have
digital
to search
movie
that
thing now. Yeah, there's some good stuff.
Yeah.
The new Mortal Kombat one's not as good as the Scorpion one, but it's still good, and it's insanely bloody.
All right,
but it's a little bit different animation style, and the story is not quite as good. But what else? Amazon, obviously, The Boys and their originals have been really good. Jack Ryan was
Invincible.
Fun. Invincible was fucking phenomenal.
Oh,
I gotta finish
so
that.
good. Oh, dude.
God,
seriously, how have you not?
I made it about halfway through, I think.
Nice.
Oh.
Well, then you have the Netflix, which we've all been knee deep in for a long time. But man, so many good shows on that service. But yeah, I'll wrap it up. Sorry, I'm kind of
that's okay.
That segment, but yeah, that's
I
feel that very deeply.
Yeah. So and on that note too, the simple fact of after watching Space Jam with Xander, we got to go revisit on HBO Max all of the classic Looney Tunes shorts.
Oh,
right. Nice.
All 59 seasons are on there, and I got to, it's so cool to, and there was a point it stopped since, but he would come in my office in the afternoon and we watch a short, you know,
Cute.
and then he would go off. So it was
Spirit
just
and magic
yeah,
helmet.
right. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just cool. It's just really cool that sort of this is where home entertainment is at right now.
Yep.
Do you have anything in particular that you guys are thankful for other than streaming media?
Well, mine was kind of ties in because we have now this awesome streaming Shutter channel for horror. But just having so much good horror content this year
Oh yeah.
and the last couple of years, like A21 is killing it, which is
Yeah.
the indie, creepy, awesome horror movies, and then you get the campy things like Fear Street and Halloween Kills, and so
Yeah.
just whatever horror flavor you want, you got it.
Yeah. Did you watch, and I don't know that I talked to you about this yet, God, and I'm gonna butcher this. Is it VHS? It's either VHS 97. Did you hear about this?
I've heard about it. I didn't watch it. I think the last VHS I saw was 2. I think.
Okay, so this is it's 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 an anthology. It's kind of like the movie Four Rooms, where they have 4 different directors and they each direct a segment. It's not a
Okay.
story. It's not but they're separate horror stories in this sort of like it just sort of in this movie, you know,
Mhm.
and almost creep showish too, but not
Gotcha.
not campy like Creep Show. It's like it's nuts. Like it's one of the probably one of the more original sort of takes on the genre, just because it does sort of dab into a bunch of different like horror tropes, you know, but they're all they're all these some Japanese directors in there, and it's just I mean it's it's really good. Like it's
Yeah, I'll check it out
you
for
know
sure.
yeah. That I saw that on Shutter. And then what was the last thing that I watched? The Creep Show series on there. I know
I
I've said
still
it a
gotta
bunch.
watch that.
I've said it a bunch before, but it's so good. Start from the first season. There's only 3 seasons so far, and it's fantastic. The actors that show up in it are they're all great actors. Obviously, a lot of the Walking Dead actors show up because Nicotero is helming the series, but it's so good. So yeah, no, I'll second that, dude. It's great to see that a lot of these like these big budget sort of horror movies that they're still making these sort of low sort of indie level low budget movies, and they're just as good, like they're if not better than these sort of like high budget jump scare movies, you know. And that's been one of the it sort of reinvigorated my love of the genre, having a Shutter account,
Yeah.
you know, and being able to watch like a Psycho Gorman and oh well, this was sort of a bigger budget movie anyway, but and we just watched this, and I talked to you, The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Oh, that was so good.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, don't hold anything back.
Well,
Be
it's
true to
just
yourself.
after having kind of a lull in horror for so long, it's like now it's like the world is our twisted little oyster.
Yeah. No,
Oh,
it's yeah. If it was gone, it's definitely back. So, yeah.
Nice.
That, and also I'm gonna say too, the kind of like, I don't know what to call it, like the streaming game thing, like so I can't afford to buy $60-$70 games every 2 weeks, so it's like
Right.
being able to pay like a service fee for Game Pass and to be able to play all these games, or like with Nintendo, they're like $50 a year. You get all the old school Nintendo games. It's just like really nice to be like, I can still play games and not go broke.
Right. Yeah. No, PlayStation's service is $10 a month, and I got to download right now. I'm going through it. Horizon Zero Dawn. It is such a great game, and the story is so killer. And that was one of the deterrents up front was I'm not going to pay $70, But yeah, I have my PS Now service. It's $10 a month. I got to download that and the DLC for it. And I'm playing through the full game. I got to download it. I'm not streaming, so there's no lag. It is a truly magical time. You want a game, you download it, it's there, you play it, and it's fantastic.
So I mean, that's how I got into the whole Jurassic World evolution spiral.
Oh no!
Because I found that on Game Pass, and I was like, okay, Jurassic Park game. I wouldn't normally buy it, but I'm like, okay, it's in my thing. I'll play it, and it turned out to be
you say
now
the second one's out now on Game Pass?
It's not on Game Pass, but because I love the first one so much, I actually spent the $70 and bought the game.
Oh no!
Yeah, because I was like, give me, I need it. Tap the baby.
That's awesome. Yeah, Nate, what do you got?
Sure, I got a couple things. I guess I can dovetail right into that with the PS5. Wah, 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 wah. So I'm thankful for actually being able to get my hands on that console over the last year and taking full advantage of that. Yeah, it's been cool to game with you, Andy, for a bit, and maybe do that some more.
Absolutely.
Especially when Tiny Tina's Borderlands shit comes out next year.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be good. We definitely need to get that cross-platform shit going so all three of us can play games. But
that's right.
Yeah, I've been getting mileage out of that system for sure. So it has an Ultra HD Blu-ray player in it also. And it's also backwards compatible with all the discs I have for PlayStation 4. So a lot of the games they remastered look fantastic. The content's there. Yeah. Just their monthly free games that they give away have been pretty strong. They haven't really been able to compete with Xbox's Game Pass because you get day one releases on that Game Pass, and it's robust. I mean, I did the $1 trial today just to check out the new Halo Infinite multiplayer, and it's really good.
Yeah.
But everything else is there too, like Forza 5, which just came out.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And I have to double check because I don't think it's active yet, but they're opening up the Game Cloud streaming service to all of the older platforms that I have. Like, so the old platform that I have, which is the Xbox One S from 5 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll be able to stream all the new games in the highest quality through the cloud because they replaced all of their machines on the cloud with the newest Xbox Series X, whatever the competitor for the PS5 is. So,
that's cool.
I installed the app on my phone and it's like, do you want to stream this game on your phone? I went, what? Wait, so I could play Minecraft Dungeons on my phone now? That's fucking awesome. Like,
I can do
or
that?
Forza. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, insane.
That's amazing.
So this is what they tried to do this. They've tried to do this for years, like starting with the Sega channel back in the day, which was dial-up, like DSL access.
Oh my God, I love Sega channel.
Yeah, and I mean, even more recently, like, what was the one that Google tried to do? What was that called? That Google streaming...
Oh, yeah.
It's so bad, we don't even know what it's called.
Right. Yeah.
NVIDIA had one that's kind of been hit or miss. It actually has been working pretty well, so you can play any games on any computer as long as you have an internet connection through NVIDIA's platform. Starts with an A, doesn't it? Google streaming device. No, not a Chromecast. Stadia. God, that took forever. Unfortunately for Stadia, now everything is kind of picking up. They are really kind of down at the bottom. So we'll see if they can make a comeback. But yeah, just to kind of reiterate what you guys are saying, it's been pretty awesome as far as gaming goes. And then I guess dovetailing even more into that, gaming, but a different kind of gaming. I rediscovered D&D in the last 3 years or so.
Oh, nice.
And it really helped me over the pandemic, like being unemployed and stuck at the house. And, you know, Addie's here half the time. Thank God. My cats are here full time. Thank God. But, oh, I've got all these awesome nerds that I can hang out with, you know, besides you guys, obviously. But we can play D&D and fucking do all that stuff virtually. It was great when we could play in person because we got all the miniatures and I've got the 3D printing and the painting and all that. But you can totally do this virtually. So
that's cool.
I guess I'm thankful for Zoom, even though they suck.
Right.
Thankful for D&D Beyond, which is basically all of the books that you needed, but it's all digital and in one place and completely accessible. It's amazing. And those people I didn't know at all until I put something on. I think it was on Martinez Rants and Raves like 4 years ago. Hey, anybody 40 something looking to get back into D&D? Anybody want to play? And a bunch of people responded, and one of the guys created a side group, and then we joined up. And so now I have 2 campaigns that are going. One's every week, which is nuts at my age. And then one is like every 6 weeks or so if we can schedule the adulting around all the kids. But it's been great. Addie's gotten into it. She wants to run her own game. She's got friends at school that want to play. So
no way.
It's really, it's really come back around into popularity with, you know, Stranger Things and Critical Role, and a bunch of that stuff has really kind of raised the acceptable nerd level to where that stuff is not only kind of celebrated, but people like Joe Manganiello, which is, you know, giant werewolf stripper guy, actor, has been gaming forever and played D&D as a kid, started doing it again. He plays a regular game with he plays a regular game with Vince Vaughn, The Big Show, god damn it, who's the guitarist from Rage Against the Machine? Tom Morello. Tom Morello. Yeah. And a bunch of other A-listers in Hollywood. And it was really kind of a lifeline, honestly, because it's not being around people and being kind of stuck at home and dealing with all that shit. It was great. I'm not really sure what I would have done without that stuff. And it's just been really fun to get back into the hobby, but then also have that kind of interaction that really needed it on the pandemic. And then I guess lastly, you guys, we've done a lot of stuff over the last couple of years.
Oh,
we have. I mean, we tried to get a cadence going, and we got one going, and we put out a lot of content and been able to spend a lot of time with each other when we normally wouldn't have. I mean, especially you, Andy, obviously, but Jobin, I don't see you as much as I used to, and obviously would like that to be more often, but at least we get this every couple of weeks to kind of bullshit and have a couple beers and
check in.
Share our love of all things nerdy. And you guys have been like a major lifeline for me over the last couple of years. So I'm super thankful for that. Just wanted you guys to know. I mean, it's kind of unspoken, but wanted to make sure it was acknowledged. And I love you guys. It's been awesome.
No, love you guys too. That's exactly what I was gonna end this on, Nate, was just because it's moving to, and I know that you've done this before, Nate, is moving to a new town from a place that you've lived for a long time, and you don't, especially at I'll say my age. I won't say our age. I'll say my age.
Is it hot in here? I'm hot suddenly. I don't know why.
It's especially when you work at home, it's hard to go out and make friends and just, you know, like-minded people. The one sort of like-minded person I met had to move away, but they're in a much better, you know, situation with their family now too. So it absolutely 100% has been a lifeline to get on with you guys and talk about the shit we would normally talk about if we were hanging out on a Friday night, drinking rum around a backyard fire, you know, sampling some of Nate's slow cooked meat.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. No, I again, 100%. I think you guys are it has been 100% fantastic to be able to do this with you guys and keep it going. Again, we're coming up on 4 years.
Yeah, 2018, right?
Yeah. 2017, I thought, didn't we? Or no, wait, whenever
I've got
whenever
it in
the
my
Last
calendar.
Jedi
Hang
came
on.
out. When did the Last Jedi come out?
Sorry, I can't control my.
Regurgitated right out of Nate's mouth. 2017.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so if so yeah, it's going to be coming up on 4 years. So we'll have a 4-year anniversary cast because we started in January, didn't we?
I've got Friday, February 4th.
Is that our birthday?
Okay. That's yeah. This is when we were birthed. Yeah. So, anything else to add to this? What now has become a Rum and Regret Love Fest?
Oh, I love you guys, man.
I love you guys too, man. You guys are the
Oh
best.
my God. Can't do it without you guys.
Selfish thing that I'm thankful for.
Do
the
it.
fact that my top 3 comfort games are getting love. So Animal Crossing just got a huge update. Terraria just got a huge update.
Oh, no.
And the guy that made Stardew Valley is working on another game in the same vein as Stardew Valley. So I'm like, Joe's comfort level.
And you just got a Jurassic Park sequel? Man, you got some time.
We're
not going to see Joe until summer.
For a while. Yeah.
Oh
no.
Honey, you're on your own for dinner.
Next time we see Joe, it's what's podcast process?
Yeah, right. No, it's what happens when Ken takes her Switch. She steals it from us. Dirty, stinking hobbits.
Why?
Yeah. Right.
Oh man.
And I'm thankful my Switch is still kicking because for a while there it was touch and go, and I'm like, I can't afford to buy the new one. Damn it!
Oh, I'll have to send you a link. I found a guy on TikTok that repairs them for like $50, including shipping. So,
wow!
If you ever run into that issue, I'll put it in the chat.
For sure.
Yeah,
I just have to reset the controllers every once in a while for the drift issue.
Oh, sure.
Oh, right. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, we almost had an incident going over to Yayan Papoose the other day. The Switch took a tumble down the stairs, but thankfully it had the little protector on it, so the little condom saved it.
Nice.
So, yeah.
There you go, kids. Always wear a condom.
Always wear a condom.
In gaming and other things.
That's right. Yep. Anything else, you guys?
No, I'm spent.
No.
Yeah, and I'm spent. Yeah. What are you guys thankful for? What have you guys been watching? What are just happening in your lives that you guys are happy that it's happening? Let us know in the comments. You can find us on Facebook at the Rum and Regret Podcast, on Twitter at rum_regret. You can also find us on Instagram at Rum and Regret Podcast, I think, or is it just Rum and Regret?
It's Rum and Regret.
Okay. I gotta learn that. Joe, where can they find you?
At Joe Chickadee on all the socials or at joechickadee.com.
Nate, where can they grab you?
Sure. Avid Gamer, AV1D Gamer on all the socials and your gaming platforms of choice.
And I am Crazy Drake on Facebook, Andrew Drake on Twitter. And until the next time, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, everybody. But we have spoken.
Thanksgiving.